You ready? Oh, my bad. We rolling now. Another episode of the WeakLEE Podcast. Got one of my good friends that I've been knowing all my life. Yet another person. He played ball with me and Kyle, on Puncher Train. He went to play Xavier, and now he's a family man. He has his own business. He's also a rapper, and he's just doing a lot of things. Tell people about yourself.
Well, my government name is Renard Smith for the policemen and the ICE agents that's watching. But I have an alias, Smitty Spread Love. That came about when I started doing my music. And me and my homeboys, we was getting in the streets of New Orleans and spreading love. So it was like, my name was like Smitty 2 Chains on socials. And my partner JT was like, you gotta do something about the name if you're gonna be out here, spreading love. So the only thing that made sense to me was Smitty Spread Love, and I kind of been rocking with that ever since.
Right. How that been for you, bro? The whole music aspect of
it's been journey. Cool. Started off with the music like 2016, shooting videos and stuff like that, and it's crazy to think about that because we're in 2026 now.
Yeah.
So it's been like 10 years since I started like doing videos and making music and everything like that. So just to see the progression over time, you always think big when you're doing something. So it's like, you think like, okay, I'm gonna pop off, whether that's a record deal or you make it independent. It's like, you want to be somewhere making money off the music,
right.
But it don't always work out like that. And I think it's a blessing sometimes when it doesn't. You got to kind of just run your race. I think in my scenario, I'm not what I see now, hindsight. I don't think I was meant to like make majority of my money off of music. I have made money off of music. They paid me to come to perform at Xavier before. So that was dope. Like I've made like, a couple $100 here and there for performances and stuff. But nowadays with the smoothie and smoothie bowl business, I do a show and I'll bring the food truck to the performance. So it's like, I don't have to get paid off the dough because people that's going to come and support the food truck, that's my take home money.
Yeah, you're doing both.
Yeah, so it's like, I didn't see it coming. My wife spearheaded the idea and I just kind of invested into it and believed in it. And that's been like the breadwinner for us as of lately.
And how long y'all been doing that?
Since last year.
Oh, y'all just started.
Last year in February, she started with a cart.
Yeah.
Like with one of them cart that you see the Mexicans with.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, she was making the smoothies and smoothie bowls and fresh juices and whatnot. And people see you posting online. That's the beauty of social media.
Yeah.
One of her friends from school worked at HP, and that kind of opened up the mind to what's possible.
Right.
Because she was like, okay, I want to order 500 bowls for my branch at HP. So, 500 bowls, you charge whatever your price is going to be, whether that's $8, $10 or whatever. And then you only there for 2 hours.
Right. And then when they're good, out of them 500, somebody else going to ask, oh, what else you doing with it?
Yeah. So that's pretty much what happened. One of the guys that was there overseeing his workers that he had bringing a catering as well, he was like, hey, I can get you doing this for more businesses.
Yeah.
And like businesses with bigger numbers, so like National Oil Varcos, like you could come and serve them and they get thousands. So it's like that'll be something that's on the table now. We just solidified everything with them, but we did a whole bunch like trying to lead up to prepare for that we seen a bunch of other avenues that we wasn't even thinking about that generated some good bread for us too.
Yeah, just starting out.
Yeah.
Everything about networking, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's the beauty of like having your own business. Like I used to work as an adjuster. A lot of people didn't know that. So I was doing Uber and Lyft for a while. I want to say up until I had my fourth kid. That was probably right before COVID. So COVID 2020, whenever that hit, that's when I had to stop driving. And I was struggling bad. Like I was gaining popularity doing the rapping videos for my riders and stuff like that, but financially I was underwater. So I always knew about adjusting, but it was just when the world was moving around it didn't make sense because it's like it's gonna separate me from the family.
Yeah.
Uber and Lyft, after being an adjuster, it was like it was just a feeling. So I was just doing that whenever I was in between, working on the road and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like making the bread from adjusting is like, okay, now I'm making some serious money. I could, get a house. I could kind of start, investing or seeing what the next step was. Because the issue with being an adjuster after the world opened back up, now my kids are in school and it's like it can't move around with me as much. Missing, separated from the wife, which, could be terrible at times.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time. You're right. Yeah. Thank you for correcting me.
All the time.
But so my whole thing, I started praying for flexibility to be able to be home with the kids so I could pour into them. You know what I'm saying? Teach them, how to play sports and the whole nine, and not have to sacrifice the money I was making.
Right.
So this business was the thing that changed everything.
And then it's a family business.
Yeah, exactly. So we could like pass it on to them, and also, we could grow it. And it's I guess the business is like entertaining to where like you always have so many different challenges, and it's like such a wide variety. It's almost like an art to it. It's like it's no right or wrong way to do certain things. So it's like, it's a beauty in figuring out how to crack the code on a lot of things that get you to the next level.
Yeah, about lessons coming along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. That's how everything works. But it's been for you just being the family man. Like you got 5 kids. Like how that's been?
It's hectic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So for one thing, there's nothing to complain about. It's like it costs to be the boss, but going out to eat with that's that bill, I'll just say up into the hundreds.
And how old are
they? So they steppers. So right now the oldest is 13, 11. I got an 8-year-old about to be 9, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old who's about to be 5 next month.
Right.
Yeah. So at some point they'll all be 5, 7, 9, 11, 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know I got 5 now. 3 biological, but I got 5 kids, so I understand the headache of it.
Yeah.
But mine is closer because I got 8, 6, 2 4s, and a 1-year-old.
Oh yeah.
So everybody more closer. So what I like about it is everybody gonna leave at the same time.
Yeah, that is true. It's like you kind of get your expenses kind of all together, but they also become more independent at the same time.
Right.
And what I see in the future is they could also help you make money too. So it'll pay off in the long run.
But I know for me it's a little different because I don't have all 5 of them all the time.
Yeah.
So it's easier when it's just 3 or it's just 1. Yeah. Like that's way easier than all 5 at the same time. That's for sure.
Man, it's trippy. Like we just left Rodney's today. Gonna get our snowballs, and it's one of the things when we walk up, it's 7 of us. Right. So, like people hear us come up and we start calling out our order. Don't let us get snowballs, and we start getting food too. They in the back like, dang, like man, get them out the window. Right.
But then a lot of people like seeing it though.
Yeah, nah. People like to watch it, and then at the end of the day too, it's like we bring a lot of bread to the establishments too, in a sense of like we about to.
Yeah, they already know about to spend money.
Yeah,
like you said, 7 of us, so we about to sing you something.
Yeah.
But what has been the biggest challenge with being a father of 5 for you?
I would say it's the time.
Yeah.
So like each kid, they need their own time from you.
Yeah.
And it's like you only have so much time in life, in your life. So it's like it's almost, I want to say almost impossible. I mean, it's possible, but you gotta still handle your other business and make sure you're keeping everything afloat. So it's just tough juggling, getting everybody their time,
right,
without having somebody feeling slighted.
And that's one thing that I talk about with my brother not too long ago. I was like, still trying to navigate splitting myself in so many different ways. Because you got your family, got your partners, got your wife, got your kids, got you. So it's like managing all that is hard.
So one thing you just said, that was like the initial hard part for me. And my wife used to tell me about it all the time, but it's like once you married, it's like, you know, that comes first. Your wife comes first, even before the kids. So it's like I had, you know, a good amount of friends, friendly guy.
Right.
So just me, even with my core group of friends, it's like, you know, we'll spend time together. You know, it's like, oh, let's go here, go there. We was going on trips and stuff like that when we still was in college. And my wife was kind of like, man, like, look, we got these kids coming into the picture. Like, you're going to have to, like, you know, push your friends to the side. Like, kind of let them know what's up. And she's like, man, if they're your real friends, they're going to understand.
All the time.
Yeah, and you know, they did in my case. So it's like we keep in touch on a group chat and stuff like that, but they be knowing I got a lot going on. Yeah. So, you know. Because
we do. And everybody's path is different. You know, you got friends, they got partners that don't have kids, don't have no woman and all that. So it's like, I can't do all that stuff you be doing.
that was the issue for me. So now they kind of starting to catch up. They're starting to, you know, have kids and starting to get solidified with their women. So that's what my wife always says, like, man, where your married friends at? It's like, you know, why hang with your married friends?
Especially when you're one of the first ones to get married.
Yeah. And that was the thing too. I got married at 22. Yeah, so it was early in our generation.
Right, very.
Yeah, but I felt like that was the right call. That was the thing to do. We was in the process of getting ready to have our second kid. And, you know, I come from a 2-parent household too. And so does she. So, you know, they kind of looking at us like, okay, like, you know, she pregnant, so when the wedding?
Y'all gonna do it? Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I loved her, so it was like it's not like I don't want to marry you. So it wasn't really no reason to hold it off or procrastinate on it. So we ain't really like let money stand in the way as far as we want to have this big wedding, this, that, and the third. It was more so about like, you know, we love each other. Let's go ahead and tie the knot and get the union started.
Right, because all them big weddings, most of them end up failed anyway.
You do better like spending less money on the wedding.
For sure.
You know, hot take for certain people. But like the people I see that like really be staying together, you know, for a long time, it ain't really about the show. You got an agreement with that other person. It's like that's what matters more than like trying to show people like, oh, like I spent this, I did this, I got that.
The money aspect of it.
Yeah.
The stuff that don't matter.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know and understand.
Yeah, it's a lot I'm still like learning about being a parent, being a dad, you know, being delicate with the girls. I grew up with 3 brothers and my sister. I mean, she the oldest, but she was like another brother almost. She tough too.
Right.
So it's just like learning to be delicate with them girls. And also it's like now I'm really finally about to get into the mix to where I could really spend a good amount of time like working my boys out.
So how exactly, from your view, how is the transition and difference between the boys and the girls?
The girls, like, they emotional. Like, I never been around anybody besides my wife that had a cycle before. Something like that was real interesting because I didn't understand the emotional imbalances.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, having to understand when to like let it go and let her be in her mood and things like that.
Yeah.
And then even the younger ones is like, you know, you talk to them, to us, we not really talking that harsh, but our voices are deep.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, you might say something and think like you just trying to tell them, trying to correct them or something like that, but they hear it coming from you. Yeah,
I feel that.
Make the tears start flowing.
Yeah, I feel that.
So it's just about consciously being, you know, gentle parenting.
Right.
With them. But with the boys, I'm like stern on purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
So what sport the boys in?
So honestly, right now they haven't touched like a organized sport yet. Yeah. But as far as like in the backyard and stuff like that, I'm playing with their cousins. Like they play baseball, and basketball for the most part.
So you ain't never put them in nothing yet?
Nah, not yet. So as soon as we get back, like tomorrow,
yeah,
that's when I'm like locking in everything for them. They do camps and stuff like that. Been around like professional MLB players, and we go to church with some professional football players, all that. So it's like they meet people and they see it up close. So now it's just a matter of like having them practicing it.
Yeah, because now this is my second time coaching my oldest boy basketball team. And he actually is ready now. Like I see it. He was like, Dad, I'm ready like to really take it serious. I said, you sure? Yeah. He was like, yeah. I said, it's not gonna be easy.
Right.
I'm like, you sure? He was like, yeah, I'm sure. So now he'll go to camp. We come home, first thing he say, I want to go outside and dribble. All right, bet. Let's go. Yeah. Like I don't gotta say, come on, let's do this. Yeah. And I like that.
That's how my oldest son is too. So that's beautiful. Like when they get that drive, and also like I know I started real young, and thankfully I didn't really burn out. But I know a lot of kids in this generation, they'll probably burn out fast if you start them off like super young.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I didn't really. I'm still trying to. Do I start my youngest? Because the youngest, every time he sees his big brother play, he ready.
I think in that case you should, because I was the youngest. Yeah. So it's like I started with my brother, but I always stayed entertained because I seen him doing it, so I wanted to do it just off GP anyway. Right. If not, I'd just be itching on the sideline trying to do something to dribble a ball, ball rolling on the court while they playing, all that type of stuff. So yeah, I was thankful to have my own, my own team to focus on and everything like that.
Yeah, I feel that. But back to this, but I want to do this marriage question though real quick. Yeah. What was your most difficult part when you knew you was ready to get married?
Man, that's a good question. What was most difficult? Really, to be honest, it was really the friend thing. Yeah. It was like really like, because my friends didn't understand it, like, especially at that point in time, like, you gonna say like, oh, I get it, kind of like let it be, but it start getting critical in a sense of like your time, because you only got so much time. So it's like, you thinking it's harmless. You chilling, chopping it up with your partners on the phone. You might be on the phone with your partner for an hour and a half.
Yeah, you don't realize.
Yeah. And your wife like, dang, like, I'm here, like your kids here, you just wasted an hour and a half on the phone. You could have been doing something with us, with me, the kids, or helping us progress. Right. That probably was one of the tougher things, but over time it's like, my homies, as we get older, they had girls and stuff like that. So like, no matter whatever the relationship is, whatever you building with somebody, it's like you got to put the time in.
Yeah, so for sure.
Once that started happening, it got a little easier. And once I was away and like, in a different city and distant for a while, it kind of.
It really, because it was just y'all, for sure.
Yeah.
When you moved, you didn't have a lot of people out there, huh?
Well, I mean, Houston and New Orleans, it's a lot of people you gonna know in general, but it's so spread out. Right. People not really like linking up like that. Right. So it's like you just end up
because you gotta take a ride.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, like, when I come back home, like I go to the West Bank in a heartbeat from right here.
Because there ain't nothing.
Yeah, because your average trip in Houston gonna be 30 minutes.
Exactly. I learned that in Dallas and Atlanta though. After the hurricane, I was like, dang, we was just going up the street. Like, that's really what it was. Yeah. But growing up, I remember when we used to take rides to the West Bank, I just thought it was so far.
Yeah, but forever to get there.
Yeah, but it really ain't that far at all. But I know with that, my biggest difficulty when it came to me and the whole marriage thing was the whole understanding and compromising in the consideration part. Yeah. Like the second time around, it had me see where I wasn't as considerate or trying to be understanding like I am now. Yeah. So it had me see where I went wrong and fix it.
Right. So I got a better answer for your question. So compromising was something that we got through. It wasn't that compromising wasn't that hard for us, but the hardest thing for me was the communication. Yeah. because you go from like, you know, being in school and you are on your own clock.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you have this block in your mind where it's like you telling your spouse everything that you're doing. It almost start to feel like you answering to them.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, I gotta tell you my every move. Like if I'm going to the gas station and then I want to stop and go shoot pool before I come home or whatever, I gotta tell you everything. Yeah,
I feel that because I still dealing with that because it's really a difference between being transparent and just telling the truth.
Right.
Like I always just told the truth. I never was transparent because like if I be like, yeah, I'm up the street. What you mean you up the street? I'm here. Like, and I'm automatically thinking to myself, you should already know what I'm talking about. But I'm not communicating it right because how you gonna know if I ain't telling you exactly where I'm at?
Yeah. So that's what I was about to say. I mentioned that one because that's something that I'm still getting right. But
yeah.
You
but
know.
that come with time though, man.
Yeah.
That always come with time. And we still getting better with it each and every day. Especially when you got the kids, you gotta communicate with them, trying to figure out the best way for them to understand you and you understand them. Yeah. And you got older kids than me, so I know it's been a challenge.
Yeah. It's really like our middle, one of our middle child is give us a hard time, but you know we working on that. Somebody gonna try you, you know. At least from my experience, out of 5, if you have 5 and nobody like give you a hard time, then you blessed for sure.
Yeah, I feel that. Like somebody gonna do something. For sure.
Yeah. But man, I wanted to ask you, what made you get into podcasting?
Just what I went through in my life, understanding that I'm not the only person that been through this and getting my story out for people to be like, yeah, I understand that because I've been through that.
Yeah.
Having people see they ain't the only ones that's going through things.
Right. And I that's what wanted me to ask you the next question, how you come up with the name.
With the name?
Yeah, the WeakLEE, like really spelling it with the EAK.
Yeah, putting a twist on because I was gonna drop an episode every week, so that's where WeakLEE come from. But what made me do the name Weak was the fact of the vulnerability of the conversation. You know, when people be vulnerable, people say that's a sense of weakness, but it's really strength.
Yeah.
So that's how I made the name like that. I made a little twist to it. That's
right. Artistic.
Yeah, man. But I remember you were talking about the whole AI thing. But I never really looked into it or tapped into it like talking about.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about that because like for my kids, first of all, one of my partners was telling me about, you know, ChatGPT, and then he got on Claude, and then come to find out I'm talking to my wife. I'm like, you know, I know she had downloaded chat and stuff like that, but I ain't know if she started using it yet. And come to find out, man, she been paying a subscription. Like she really been using chat.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I'm talking to the kids, my daughter, the 13-year-old. I'm like, hey, just random question, like, do you use AI? And she was like, yeah, I got an app that I do my homework with. And I'm like, dang, like I feel betrayed. Y'all didn't even let me know. So it's like, you know, my partner, I haven't used chat, but my partner told me about Claude. So it's like I downloaded Claude. It's another version of like, it do the same thing as chat, but it articulates a little better. Chat does certain things better than Claude, and Claude does a good bit better than chat. The one thing that I heard about Claude that was cool to me, Claude could be like an assistant for you. It can actually do things for you. So like, you know, if you want Claude to send like a text message or email, you know, like actually like put stuff together and send it out and act on things for you.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, that's gonna be like the next level. Because we used to be saying with the business and everything, we could use an assistant. Yeah. But the amount of money it would cost for you to actually pay an assistant versus just paying to use Claude and making that your assistant, you do better paying Claude.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now it's still cheap.
Oh, it's cheap right now. Yeah.
Facts.
If you pay attention to the news lately, a lot of the companies that fired all those people for switching to AI, they're starting to see how much it actually costs now. Yeah, I forgot what company it was last year. They spent $500 million in a month.
Sheesh.
AI tokens. So everybody started using them.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, but do you really feel like it's a good thing?
Yeah, I think it is gonna be good. I was watching another podcast where Nine Keys was kind of talking about it. It was like, it is something that if you don't really kind of get the handle on, it's kind of you could get left behind.
Yeah.
So it is gonna take time for everything to go into effect, but it is better to kind of start learning how to use it.
Cause I be thinking like once all this stuff start, it's gonna have people not even be relevant like that no more.
Yeah.
In my eyes, because like you said, you look. Claude's your assistant now, so that eliminates a person.
Right,
now that's for you, and it could be
person.
for the next person.
Yeah.
Just like that with the robots and all that. Like the robots about to be in the stores and all that other stuff. Like that's why people ain't got no job no more.
Yeah. So I think we still will have jobs. I don't know if it's gonna be as plentiful, but that'll open up the doors for probably people to do other things. Like for so many people that's making money off streaming and this, that, and the third. But what I think about is them robots that's in people's house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna have to fix them.
Yeah.
So it's like you're gonna need a person to do that.
Right.
Unless they like just try to AI it and automate it in the shop. Oh, that's gonna take time, I feel like, though.
Right.
So and I'm saying all this, like I'm saying I feel, because I don't know for sure.
Right.
But I think it's for the greater good. It's supposed to be for the greater good. It could turn into some movie stuff, like,
And that's why I think they be making the movies. I think all that be for a reason.
It's a lot of truth in it, because it could happen. And then like with people hacking all this stuff, like all that programming and stuff, you get the right person to hack your robot. If your robot could fold clothes, do laundry, and bring you your food, like, it could pick up a gun and shoot you too.
Right, for sure. For sure. And, bro.
Yeah, you just gotta, I don't know, you gotta give some stuff to God at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time. I appreciate you, dog.
Yeah.
I had to get you. Hey, man, you say you was in town, so I like, let's hurry up, make this happen.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I'm thankful to be here. Thankful I got to come through and do this. When I seen what you had going on, I'm like, I want to be a part, for sure.
For sure. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, dog.
Oh my God.
Another episode, man. Open Eyes Vulnerable. Tune in next week. And this is the WeakLEE Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in next week.